This is Monica, and this is my story.
Not scared to say I used to be the one.
I grew up in Arlington, Virginia, raised by a single mom. I was actually born out of an affair. My mother and my father met in Virginia, and from the affair, my mom and I, it was just us two. My childhood was very, I guess you could say, heartbreaking. Without my father in my life, it was really hard to really get a understanding of who I was as a person, because there was another half of me that was missing. Growing up, I always would seek attention from people, particularly men. I wanted to feel affirmed, but I also wanted to know that I was special, that I was worth something, that I was pretty. And because my father wasn't telling me that, I wanted to hear it from a man, and it didn't matter who. So it was really hard for me to really identify who I was, because I was being teased, and on top of that, my father wasn't there. So with being teased by kids, I didn't feel pretty. None of the boys liked me. I had it in my mind like I wasn't acceptable, I wasn't pretty enough, I wasn't special enough, because people always chose someone else. So from my father choosing other people before me, I just had it in my mind that I was never going to be someone's first choice. That brought about me being promiscuous, and I lost my virginity at a young age of 14. One thing I also remember about my childhood was being molested by 3 different family members. He forced his penis inside of my mouth and basically told me to perform oral sex. And at 8 years old, I didn't know anything about that. So mind you, I'm disgusted and I'm in pain. And after it was finished, I just ran and I called my mom, and his mom didn't believe my mom. And so that kind of divided our family, and so that caused a lot of drama. That's when I started to get attention from guys, and that's what brought on me becoming promiscuous. And from there, it was never about wanting to have this committed relationship. Honestly, it was just me having sex with guys was a way for me to feel wanted and to feel special, and to know that a guy desired me, and there was something about me that he wanted over anyone else that he could have picked. When I was in my early 20s, I was just focusing on being independent. I just moved out of the house with my mom that I lived in my whole life. And a few months later, I met a guy on social media, on an online dating site. And we met, and I thought he was everything. He was a few years older than me. He was a Christian, he was a minister, he was a gospel rapper. I thought I hit the jackpot. I was like, wow, I got the best worlds in one. After a short 5 months, we got married. We got married in 5 days. But I really felt like I had arrived as a woman and as a person, because I became a wife. And I thought becoming a wife was the biggest achievement that I could accomplish outside of becoming a mother. Through my marriage, I experienced a lot of verbal and emotional abuse. I was manipulated a lot. I couldn't celebrate Christmas. I couldn't say the name Jehovah. I couldn't watch rated R movies. I couldn't wear makeup. I couldn't really embrace who I was as a woman, and to understand or to learn what it meant to be a woman, what it meant to be Monica, because I had a lot of stipulations on what I could and could not do. And it's funny enough, I had to say a prayer. I was like, God, if this wasn't the person that I was supposed to marry, one, first, forgive me. And then second, I know you don't like divorce, but again, I want to make sure that my marriage is giving you glory. And if it isn't, that you've removed him out of my life and you give me grace about it. God answered that prayer in 6 months. But today, I'm very transparent about a lot, and I share a lot of what I've been through with others whenever I have an opportunity to, especially through my purity blog, which is called Worth Waiting For, the number 4. And through that, I use my testimony knowing that you don't have to settle, knowing that you're worth waiting for. You don't have to compromise your thoughts. You don't have to compromise what you believe and what you think. You know, if someone says that they like you, if someone says that they love you, they should be willing to wait. And if they're not willing to wait for you, then they're not the person for you. I have to value Monica and I have to take care of Monica because no one else is going to.